Hello Riverside, this is Miss Janison and I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to use the program Kleki, which is a free graphic arts program that you can use on your Chromebooks. You're going to open the program and click on that yellow little folder thing, and I will have already emailed you an image of your monster, so you're going to find it and then import it into the document. Add it as a layer and then hit OK. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that long name and change it to layer 1. So go ahead and rename that layer 1. Layer 2, since there already is a layer 1. Now you're going to make another copy of this layer. Now you're going to make a duplicate copy of layer 2 by clicking the box that has the plus sign in it. This will be your working copy, so you can take the layer 2 and change the opacity to 0. Make sure you've got layer 2 copy highlighted, and you are now going to put in the background. Make sure you have a foreground, middle ground, and background, and then make a copy of that when you're done. That's going to be your reserve copy again, and you're going to add color to the one above it. Now we're going to add coloring shading. So choose a color for your monster. Remember to use what they suggested for colors, or you can make up your own. So I'm also going to make another layer from the layer copy, and since layer copy is way too long, we're going to make this layer called blend layer. It's always good to rename your layers. Alright, so now what you're going to do is we're going to add shading. So you're going to go, you're going to choose the paintbrush, and you want to choose the second one over, and notice the settings. The size is not as important, but the opacity should be 70 and the blending level should be 93. This will give you a slightly fuzzy brush that you can use. Since my base color is purple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 6 different values within that color. So I start with the darkest on the bottom. I'm assuming that the light is from the top right. And then I just slowly work my way up. You'll notice the little circle on the side going up a little bit each time. And I'm doing it in a half circle. Do not go straight across. Curve it around. By the 4th layer, it should actually make a complete, almost a complete circle at the top, or a complete circle. So this is the 4th layer. And go ahead and cover any details of the monster. I've covered the nose, the mouth, and now I'll be covering the eyes. And go ahead and cover it right over. This will make your life easier when it goes to blend, and then there's an easy solution to it. And the last one will be the highlight, which is up at the top. Remember to always curve your shadows. Shadows should follow the form of your object. Next, you're going to change your brush to the fan-shaped one, and you want to set it for opacity 4, blending 100, and a size around 17. And I'm just going to zigzag in and out of the different colors. So between my different layers of shading, I just zigzag up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way around. Now I'm just going to go through and fix any spots I need to, and I noticed down at the bottom there's some lighter areas still showing, so I'm actually going to go in with I picked out that dark purple, and I'm just going around the edges like that. Get rid of any of those lighter areas showing. Alright, so now we need to put back in the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to where it's the blend layer, and I slowly bring it down. I want to have it somewhere between 45 and 55. And now I'm going to go into that layer, and I'm going to erase. And if you guys remember, there's another layer underneath it. It's layer 2 copy. So what I'm doing is I'm erasing this top layer, the blending layer, and the layer underneath is showing through. So I just go around, and I know exactly where to erase because I've changed the opacity of this layer. I'm going to go around all the parts on the inside, the mouth, nose, eyes, etc. And then I also want to go around the edge and clean up the edge where my blending got outside the lines. Just like there, down around the bottom. So now I'm going to go back to my layers, and I'm going to turn my blend layer, the opacity, back up to 100%. Or I could leave it at 80 or something if I feel like it's too dark. And if you can see when I change the opacity of the layer underneath, you can see how there's big holes there. And I noticed that I didn't quite erase enough around the eye. Now that the opacity's back up, so I'm just going to fix that and erase right there. Clean up a couple more spots. And that's it. Now I've got that shaded monster.